Thank you for taking some time to be here with me.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So I just wanted to spotlight one of our graduates of our advanced training, Debby Simmons, who is a psychotherapist and a polarity therapy practitioner. And can you tell us a little bit about your business, Primrose Healing and Wellness?
Yeah. So Primrose Healing and Wellness began as a holistic psychotherapy practice because the idea is people were coming to me saying, I don't necessarily get better with therapy, just with therapy or medication. And the reason being is because the whole person is not really being treated. So took that idea and began to expand it. So what's included in our practice is the psychotherapy, health coaching, nutritional therapy, trauma-informed yoga, mindfulness, meditation, and polarity therapy.
Can you talk a little bit about how polarity fits into this whole dynamic or how you've seen it provide benefits for people?
Absolutely. In
Yeah.
fact, I was just explaining it to a potential new client yesterday who was dealing with a lot of anxiety as an example. Let's just take anxiety and trauma because some of it's similar in terms of how to use psychotherapy in conjunction with polarity. The body holds on to all of our emotional experiences, right? So with anxiety or trauma, it's in our bodies. And so we get stiff. When we get triggered by a trauma reaction, it might go to our stomach or wherever it might go to.
Mhm.
And so when people are just talking about their issues, their anxiety or trauma or whatever it might be, that's great and it's helpful, but it's not necessarily enough because we're not treating the whole person. We're only treating the emotional or the psychological part. So
Mhm.
when they can bring polarity therapy into their work, actually get to really begin to work on the balance of the energy within their body and to help them heal physically, emotionally, spiritually, which is what I try to do as a therapist anyway. So the combination of the two really works and it really helps people to start becoming aware of their body. Like if somebody gets angry, I had one client say it just comes out of my mouth. And I'm like, you know what? It doesn't. It starts with your body first.
Mhm.
And if you can begin to get some body awareness, which I think polarity can do, that's really important. And just to balance the energy in the body, our bodies have their own natural intelligence. And if we help the client to just get a sense of what's going on in their body and balance their energy out, that alone can just be incredibly healing right there.
Yeah. Can you talk a little bit about your experience with the training at the Polarity Therapy Institute and how that dovetailed with your psychotherapy or
Yeah.
maybe enhanced your practice?
It enhanced my practice incredibly. I mean, I was a client of yours before
Mhm.
I even started the training. COVID hit, and we're like, well, how are we going to do this?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were able to do that virtually. I was lucky that I started the training actually in person, which was great. We had a great class. A lot of hands-on work was really good. We had to move it virtually, but it was amazing because we got online the academic part, learned a
Mhm.
lot about stuff. Then we were able eventually to come back and to practice. And what was set up, what I really liked were the intensive sessions where we did come together and we can work on each other because we could really then practice the skills that we were learning about. As a therapist, it's enhanced my ability to be a better therapist because I really can do the holistic work that I believe in.
Mhm.
And to be able to teach clients about the polarity work, I think has been amazing. It's brought more clients in. I've got more practitioners. And like I said, mostly I think it's just made me a much better therapist.
Would you have any advice for someone considering starting the level one training, particularly a psychotherapist, but really anyone who might be thinking about it? What would you say to expect or advice going into it?
Yeah, I would think if they're thinking about it, they've been pulled to it for whatever reason. And I would say to follow that calling or that intuition that's there because polarity is very unique. It's not known as well as some of the other energy therapies. And I, for one, am on a mission to get polarity more known.
Yeah.
Uh, but I think It's really a calling for anybody who really wants to help in the field of healing holistically, body, mind, and spirit. If there's an intro class that you
Mhm.
still offer,
Yeah,
definitely explore that. And I think you'll get a sense right away if you like it or not. And then take the APP, the beginning parts of it, because I think it really gives you a good foundation. It's not difficult work. I mean, it's a lot of work, but
yeah,
it's intense. But if you're called to this, you'll be able to do this. And
yeah,
don't doubt yourself.
yeah. One of the things that surprised me the most, particularly when we started moving online, was just the connections with the other students, like the community we build.
Yeah.
And I wonder if you could talk about that for a moment of just like that sense of camaraderie in the cohort among other students, even though you're in a virtual space most of the time, then you meet in person too.
The community, I love the community. I miss the community part, but there are people definitely from when I started for the first couple class and even a couple classes after that that I do keep in touch with. And that's been great. Even though it is virtual, you really get to know each other because it's not like Brian's just there like lecturing at us all the time. There's interaction that goes on. We break up into smaller groups and we talk and we really get to know each other and know how everybody's using polarity therapy in their own life. And everyone's got their reason for wanting to be there. And I think we get to share that with each other. And that was one of my favorite parts.
Yeah, mine too. I love the people and how each person has their own unique kind of medicine or gift or professional background too that they're bringing into the work, and we all kind of can share in the pool of resources with each
Yeah.
other. Well, thank you so much for taking time. And I want to recommend people check out the primrosehealingandwellness.com link
We're on
below
Facebook.
too.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. A lot of great services, and you do offer remotes
We do.
or,
We offer
coaching,
remote,
psychotherapy. And
a bunch of stuff that we've got going on. So yeah, I'd
yeah,
be happy to talk to anybody who might be interested.
awesome. Okay. Thank you so much, Debbie. See you soon.
Thank you.